respawned. I'm not quite sure. So this is dark and light. There are a lot of bugs and glitches because it's early access, and sometimes it takes a few minutes before the game fully loads and kind of gives you what you need. For example, it just told me I needed to respawn, which upset me, but now that I look at it, I don't think I'm not missing any inventory or anything. So this is my original house. Let me show you around a little bit here. It's like an efficiency apartment. This is my front door. Make sure there's no bad goblins out there or anything. So that's the human city, which is not far away, maybe a minute and a half walk or less. This is my tiny patch of land. So the problem with this is there's no room anywhere else to move. There's a bad guy back here. Careful above you. Panther. So there's no room to build any more tiles on the ground. It's uneven ground. It's very close to the city and other structures. So this is literally the largest house I could build in this area. I thought the game was built up. It was eventually a straw house. Now it's wooden. But I don't even have room to really put proper steps to climb up or anything. So this is as big as it got. So I put several large chests here, which each have various things in them. I can name the chest, put a pin code on them. There's my forge for smelting. Several other small chests from when I didn't know how to make a big chest. A resurrection pad, so when I die I can actually revive here. That took a lot of materials, but it's an incredibly useful thing to have. A fire over here, a back door so I can get out the other way. Feeding trough, and a bedroll, which used to be a bed, and of course, El Toro Jefe, which was a mount that a guy gave to me for being nice. I have a workbench here, mortar and pestle. Yes, for being nice, can you believe it? So anyway, what this means is this is basically every single thing I need to play the game and survive, but it just barely fits in here, especially with this giant guy. And if I wanted to set up a stable or anything, there's just no chance I'd be able to do it. So I just don't have any more room to put sheep or anything like that in the back, so this I would outgrow this very quickly. I liked the location when the house was small because it was close to town, but I camped out the other spot, and I think you'll see, which is nowhere near complete, quite a bit better. I guess since I'm going over there anyway, I might as well grab some materials here. House structures, got some foundations. I can grab all of them. El Jefe carry a lot. I'm actually gonna grab all the things I want. This is his inventory. All the things I want, and then making him drop everything else. See, when he forages, man, he picks up a lot of crap. Make him drop all that, and then make him carry the really heavy stuff. He has a total weight capacity of about 400 pounds. Only at about 250 now. So I can probably carry some more things. A lot of the game acts a little glitchy, but especially when you're in this small of an area, it's pretty bad. Pretty much copper. I also bring maybe not that much copper. See if he'll get overburdened now. Too much weight. Okay, that's fine. I'm at the very top of the weight limit for what he can carry, so really pushing him as far as you can go. Alright, 391. So as long as I don't pick up anything along the way, I should be fine. See, he can barely turn around in this thing. Open my door. That was a long intro. Now you'll be able to see the whole area. So that's a large house. This is a huge house back here, all wooden, and it's got steps that go all the way up to the mountain. Lets people mine ore and things like that. That guy built a house right up on that. That's where I wanted to build, and he got it like right before I decided to start looking. And I had my mind set on that one, so I was really bummed when he started building it. Who knows if he'll even be back. This is just the surrounding village. There's a couple of bridges to get into town. All these trees, all the grass, all the little stones can be mined. In fact, I'll go over here and I'll Human City is nice. They didn't take a lot of risks here. There's a human, dwarf, and elven city, and they look exactly like straight out of Tolkien's world. Maybe it's not as good as it should be. There's a central square where all the markets are. Being wrapped. Also easy to make the base whenever you walk away. I moved to the other side right now. I'm still learning that place. It's going to take a while. The other edge of town is basically just ocean view at this point. Some slums. But I'm going to bypass the slums here and go straight down this little bridge. This is a nice little wooded area. Tons of lumber for me and and water to drink when I get thirsty. And this right here is my new house. So it used to be a giant patch of just flat. It was just flat wood. Somebody had started to build it, and I guess they just stopped playing the game or whatever. And I waited until I could finally destroy it. The problem is they set up tiny little posts all around here. So if you look at this little post right here, I set this up. It used to be the other guys. So last night I had to go around and find every one of these posts and see if I could, and there were like one or two I just could not find. They took forever, and I can't build until they're all gone. But once I finally got them, I was able to really claim this entire place. So the reason you do that is if you drop a post here, you don't have to build anything, but the area is claimed so no one else can build, which means these resources, the trees, stay where they are. So you basically set up your perimeter, and that way you have a yard that you can farm the trees and resources whenever you need to. So I did all this last night. So this was completely flat, and I had to kill all of his other stuff. But got myself a big ramp for the boar. Eventually I'm going to have a large gate here, like a beast gate, so I can get in very easily. Shut this door. So this is it for now. It's not much, but it's gigantic compared to what I had before, and there's tons of potential. Finally built a fireplace, started spacing out my chest more so that they're close to the things I actually use them for. Got a second resurrection pad. Haven't done a ceiling yet, which means I really have to lock up all my things now and be careful. I'm not doing the ceiling yet because what I'll eventually do is have, this is just the first story with high ceilings. I'll have a ramp coming up maybe right here, and then a second set of stories I can go to. I don't know how that's going to work out yet. But I included as many windows as I could, which all function. You can open a window. Actually, if there's a guy bothering you out there, you can mess him up, which I did recently with a spirit that was there. So it's good for defense, and then I wanted to let some light in, because at night, or once the ceiling goes up, you won't have near as much light in here. So as many windows as I could, even though they were a little more expensive. Got a full bed here to help me recover. There's another ramp down here as well. And there's just a lot back here. There's a huge house, like multi-story, that kind of is built across the mountains over there, which is pretty incredible. But this is definitely enough to get me started. I know it's just kind of boxy. I don't have a lot of vision for these things. Just having this much room, storing all my chest, having him be able to really, really easily just kind of sit here and do whatever he wants. When he gets hungry, he'll go over to that trough and eat. I'll keep food in there. When he's tired, he'll sleep. Got a real fireplace. Oh, shit. That's not... I can kill him if I have to. So eventually, look, I closed this off because I just needed to go to bed last night and didn't want anybody to walk in, but I'll show you. Eventually the goal would be over here. Blocked off all this section too. So this will be the stable area. So I'll set up a couple of gates here to help trap flying creatures, so you can lure them under the roof and then tame them as you need to, and all the sheep for the fur I need. Everything will be here so I can keep all my animals. And I still view the ocean. Stuff down there, if I need to do some half-built houses, easy access to water. The main thing is the forestry. I can get so many trees here. I can just mow this stuff down with my blower and get all the resources I need. But yeah, so this gives me a lot more. I mean, I could have built a much larger house, but this is, of course, big enough for me for just the bottom story especially. And then you can build other small structures, so I'm definitely going to look to build, in addition to the stables, I'll look for some other things like a curing house for meat and stuff like that. Can't wait to get a larger gate here. Close the door. There we go. Alright, So that's it for now. Because it doesn't have a roof, I do have to be careful. All these chests have a pin code that lock them. And I don't have anything in that one yet. That's where I'm going to put all my goods for the fireplace. But all these chests have to be pin locked, and then there's some things like a workbench or a forge that I just can't have here because anything in them could easily be looted or something like that. So anybody with a flying mount could just hop on over and take whatever they want. So I'm leaving all this stuff at the old place, and then once I finally get the roof set up and a little more security here, I can destroy the entire old place